Sumo. You know the sport where big guys push each other out of the ring? I've known sumo and not thought that much about it. But this sport would become the only one that's ever hooked me enough to genuinely make me look forward to the tournaments. And somehow we can thank somebody who you'd never think has anything to do with it. Sumo have. Let me explain. So one day, I was sharing my screen with a friend, and we were playing some guessing games. Maybe guess the game, maybe guess the song, guess the movie, whatever the subject was. Probably some sniper movie, whatever. My friend uttered the words, "Yeah, kinda like that Sumo Heihek guy." And after having a few chuckles over it, laughing at him, I ended up typing that into Google as a joke. But wouldn't you know it, the results showed there was a sumo tournament going on currently. And we both immediately screamed, "Hell yeah, let's go!" And we went to have a look for the lulz. At first we were confused over things like, why is this guy yelling all the time? How do they know when to start the match? Hey, these guys got their own Street Fighter intros! That's fucking awesome! This is quite the rough sport as well. Holy shit, is he okay? Not often do you see a competitor holding another one by their fucking throat. Or see them fly into the crowd and almost shatter this grandpa into 50 million pieces. If this was Europe, we would have like 6 walls and a moat between us and the wrestlers. But that also has its own charm when they don't separate you from the experience like that. We tuned in for the novelty of the moment, but ended up watching again and again. It's safe to say we got hooked. Now, some of the matches last less than a second, and it can be somewhat underwhelming and boring. Even now there are fights where I have absolutely no idea what happened. Why does it look like this guy just let himself get pushed out? But then there are matches like this. At first, this just looked awkward. These two are just hopping around, balancing on one leg, and then the other one throws the other guy out. But with the power of editing and slowing down, it looks like Kirishima here is constantly denying access to his leg, so the opponent can't stabilize himself. The throw suddenly looks a lot less awkward and more deliberate. Of course, it could be that that's a trained scenario where he was going to do it anyway, but I think it was cool. He did it on reaction. Shut up. The more I watched things back, the more little details I kept noticing. Oh, he used his stance against him. Another thing that I started noticing was the sidestep and slapdown. At first, it felt a bit cheap. Somebody rushes forward, and the other steps aside. Match over. GG, no re. Why don't they just do that every time? Then I started seeing matches where somebody immediately gets smoked for it. The more I watched, the more I realized that a lot of the things that looked obvious had risks attached to them. A lot of new ones. Sumo's charm to me is pretty simple. The more I watched, the more I saw how rough and fast-paced it actually is. Wrestlers fall and win over small mistakes and split-second decisions, while struggling to survive. Be it with raw force or quick reads, the momentum can shift really goddamn fast. There are situations where I think, oh yeah, it's over kids, pack your bags, we ain't going to Disneyland this year, but then your boy just doesn't fall out and clutches the win! Or just decides to lift the guy up and take them out. Like, what? Where'd that come from? Not to mention the matches where one wrestler just completely overpowers the other. At first, these matches were some of my least favorite. One guy just walks forward and the other guy loses. GG, whatever. Then I started appreciating how absurd it is that the opponent can just know what's coming and still be unable to do anything about it. It ain't flashy, but it's just pure power. Out of my ring! Wrestlers getting chucked out of the ring with power behind it is a guilty pleasure of mine now. I don't want anybody to get hurt, really, but I do smile when I see people getting yeeted out of the ring. I'm not sane. So yeah, we started watching because of Sumo Heihek. We kept watching because it was entertaining and impressive. Every time we looked a little closer, there was another layer to discover. And now I look forward to seeing new Sumo tournaments.